welcome to Football 301. I'm your host, Nate Tice. With Charles McDonald, we're coming to you right after Ravens Patriots that just wrapped up with a little Patriots victory. Sunday Night Football. This is the late hit. Yes, the Pats beat the Ravens 28-24. Lamar Jackson, who has been on the injury report for various ailments, as I'll put it that way, suffered another injury, knocked him out of the games. Tyler Huntley finished the game, but I think the real story is Drake Maye putting up his first 300-yard game with, I think, just a brilliant fourth quarter, which we'll get into, I am sure. But Chuck, we wrapped up the games after the afternoon games a little earlier today, but great to see you again. Patriots win this one. What'd you think? Good to see you.
Yeah, man, it was great to see Drake Maye do that at the end of the game and get that monkey off his back, because it's something that people have actually been using to kind of slander him, which is just weird. I don't know.
Oh, is that a talking point?
Yeah, it's been a talking point. I
didn't know that.
It definitely has been. He hasn't had a 300-yard game. How good could he be? Well, this good. Good enough to get a 300-yard game in the NFL. But it just sucks to see Lamar get hurt again. And at this point, man, I know they're still alive, but dude, he's been hurt since week 4, basically. I think you just got to shut him down, because at this point, at 7-8, it's not like you're going to a Super Bowl run or anything. You should be able to just be reasonable about this and say, hey, we got a quality backup quarterback, Tyler Huntley, finished with flatly 0 EPA today, which is kind of funny. 0.00 default. Hey, we'll take that. We'll take that from our backup. But just not good enough to get to ultimately where you want to go. So I just I would like to see him sit just for the next 2 games, because man, it's just so banged up. And do you really want to risk much more than you already are by having him play through all these games? He's not practicing, and when he was in today, average 0.71 EPA per dropback. He had 10 dropbacks, generated 7.1 EPA on them. That's ultimately what you want to see, but it's just not here for them. The story, like you said, Drake Maye having that comeback win against a defense that's been playing a lot better, and a defense that put up some tough fights today. That was really, really impressive. And now they have a little bit more control over what happens to them as far as seeding goes, and winning the AFC East, now that they have the win over Buffalo, because or now they have the win over Baltimore, because what you were worried about if you're a Patriots fan this weekend, especially since Baltimore was favored, saying, oh man, Buffalo's playing the Browns, we're playing the Ravens. It kind of looked like you might have been down early in the game, but then Drake Maye hit the flamethrower and came back. That was really cool to see.
Yeah, he hit the mouse. The Lamar stuff is it's so hard, because it's they have a chance with it right now. New York Times has them 9% chance to make the playoffs. So 9, 1 in 10. They have the Packers, who are playing still. They're still fighting, and they have the Steelers in week 18. And it's just one of these where it's hard, because it's he might just not be able to play anyways. So the decision might be made anyways. But it's just, when you get just banged up this much, it's the franchise. I had a rant earlier today about keeping the franchise quarterback has to be available. And it's just, you mentioned the EPA stat. That's relevant, because the first month of the season, before he got the first injury, the first real injury, is that he was on fire. All the underlying metrics. They weren't winning games, and they're playing these crazy games because the defense wasn't stepping up. And that's what's kind of frustrating, is because, like you said, is the Ravens defense has stepped up. I looked up before the show, week 8, when they kind of shifted their defense around after they had a Gilman, they doing all the dime personnel stuff. They've been 4th in EPA per play, 8th in EPA per against the pass, 2nd in passing success rate. So, okay, even weighing opponents, let's just call it a top 8 defense. So it's kind of just frustrating that, because it's the offense has dropped off and the run game has dropped off. You saw some nice run plays today, but the Patriots run defense has dropped off. Everybody's dropping off in the AFC. It's nobody can hang your hat on anything. But everything they had. I thought Sunday Night Football had the good stat with the miles per hour, before and after, week, etc. And it was a huge drop off. And I looked up similar stats this week, because it's noticeable. It's something we've talked about the last couple of weeks. It's not just him. You kept bringing up he scored a touchdown, and he's kind of like, yeah, it was like the old basketball players they used to play on Converses. It's like how they all walk now. Like that's how he looked when he. But seriously, that's how he looked when he scored. And I kind of noticed it with how he just misses because everybody. Like I said this the other day. Everyone has misses. Everyone has a spray every once in a while. It was not Lamar this many times. I have seen year after year of him being consistent. So that's usually an injury. So it's just noticeable.
Yeah. And like you said, franchise. This is the franchise, not 2 games. Not 2 games that you're going to slink into the 7th seed and get blasted. Like it's just
with
it's
your
not
run
your
game
year.
falling off. Yeah,
Right.
O-line just not there.
This is a team that needs to pick like in the middle part of the first round. Honestly, like they need the talent infusion because it's not just solely injuries. Like we've seen. They've kind of had like a little rut where maybe some of their like mid-round picks haven't been like as explosive as they wanted to. Like Trent Simpson is someone we were high on, but he's still kind of figuring it out. Definitely needs some more juice on the from a pass rush perspective. It's kind of like sometimes you see teams like have these runs where you're picking at the bottom of the first round and you're making trades trying to get veterans, and then all of a sudden it gets a little thin after a while. And I think that's where the Ravens are right now. So just a little reset is what they need. Because obviously, like, if you have Lamar Jackson, you're not that far. They have a good structure in place. You're not that far. Just pull back, reset, and I'm sure things will be looking a whole lot better next year because this is kind of what they tend to do as an organization.
Yeah, and if you're picking the teens, that's like, and especially this draft, it's like perfect for the trenches in this draft.
Yeah.
That's where like the linemen should go. That's where it's a decent edge class. So it's like kind of, actually, it's a really good linebacker class. It actually kind of just might fit for what they want. Getting to the other team that played tonight, the Patriots. Their defense still getting me a little worried. I need Milton Williams back. They got a lot of injuries, but man, Drake Maye makes it go down so good. In the fourth quarter, man, he went 12 of 14, 139 yards, 1 touchdown. He was pressured 8 times, did not take a sack, 10.3 air yards per attempt, and those weren't cheap calorie air yards at all. First touchdown drive that he had, meticulous. I mean, just peppering 5-yard gain, 8-yard gain, 6-yard gain, just working from the pocket. He had a play where he kept talking about pressure, not taking sacks, kept the defensive lineman off, got the ball off, I want to say to Hunter Henry, capped it off to Kyle Williams, which I snuck a peek at the all-22 clip. Perfect footwork, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no hitch, which is like, okay, because that ball's got to get up and down when you're at that. The concept was 989, it's called. 9 is a go on the route tree, and 8 is a post traditionally, but on this concept, because it's from the middle, it's called a middle 8 or 8 read, however you want to call it. But the middle 8, you either run a dig if it's single high, or if it's too high, you run a post or like a middle seam route. So 989, and that play, Peyton Manning made a living off of it. Joe Burrow likes to run it a lot.
I would say North Turner was probably really excited watching that.
Norv loves it. Oh, Aikman loves it. Oh yeah. When you had Michael Irvin,
989,
because that what that play is we have a dudes play. We have dudes play. That's what that play is. And Kyle Williams can win vertically, but really who you're saying you got a dude at is quarterback, because May put that ball like right on the friggin' money, and it was just awesome. And then second drive over route to Mac Hollins, in-breaker to Diggs while getting hit, like gets smoked. Then the weird Marlon Humphrey tackle of Kayshon Boutte that did not get called for a PI, which was extremely strange. And then had a weird sequence where the ball's like floating in the air and Humphrey bats it. I will say May had a couple turnovers. That one, I would say the interception, both of them in scoring range, so that's not a good part. The interception had a nice little play where you got away from the pressure, but then just threw it short inside, it looked like. I think it was just a nice play. And then the fumble, I think he got just a little, he got spooked on the fumble. It was like I think it was like a saw pressure, saw Sam and Will. And so each side came and actually got protected okay. And I think he just got spooked, like, because he just like came off the side and just started trying to make a play and he got stripped on it. But yeah, I thought he just had a great game. Stephon Diggs, kind of thought that Diggs might be set up for a big game just based on the coverages that the Ravens played, and boy did he. He was getting peppered a lot all night. Really all the pass catchers stepped up for the Patriots. But any thoughts on the New England Patriots, Chuck, and kind of what they did tonight?
Yeah, Drake May's awesome, but the defense, man, that's troubling. I think for
hard to trust.
Yeah, hard to trust. Which ultimately, I think it makes sense. If you're just kind of following like where they've been, they picked number 3 last year with Drake May. So it's kind of hard to imagine they will fix all those problems that fast. But I do think it'll probably be their undoing in the playoffs. Because, man, like if you're a team that's like fighting for the number 1 seed, you should probably be able to make Tyler Huntley's life a little bit more difficult than it was tonight. And not to say that he had a great game or anything, but I had an average game. Just not really where you want to be. Derrick Henry and the Ravens running game, like they were back tonight and running them over, and that's kind of been a little shaky for them. So you got the quarterback. Now it's just like the hard part for the Patriots, or the interesting part will be like, are you going to be able to keep adding high level talent when you're going to keep winning these games? Because as long as Drake May is your quarterback, you're going to keep winning these games. It's a fun little puzzle for them, but but again. We talked earlier about Buffalo, but Jacksonville. None of these AFC teams are particularly strong. So shoot, why not New England? I mean, they just showed they can.
It's the theme of our shows. It's just like, why not them? Like it's got.
Why not them? If you get in, you should feel like you have a chance.
Seriously though, it's like I can't emphasize it enough. It's like because I keep going like, oh well, the Jags O-line. I'm like, and. It's not like these pass rushers outside of Texans, and they've shown ways they can mitigate it. The Patriots too, and like you talked about, is that they had a lot of money, a lot of cap space this offseason. They signed a bunch of guys, and all those players have been banged up, or at least for this game recently. Carlton Davis, Robert Spillane, and Milton Williams. So, but that's the thing, is they're going to free agency to be their needle movers. That's how you kind of know you're not really deep. You want maybe one guy to, put you over the top, or maybe these guys to fill in the space. If you have Spillane and he's your 6th best starter, 5th best starter, okay, you're okay. But he's like your top 4 starter, top 3 starter, and then that actually matters, having him out there. But that was to be expected. I mean, it's just kind of like our Bears conversation. It's like, it's not a knock or anything. It's just, this is the reality where you're at. And you guys the Patriots just keep winning games. So it's like, woo, like just enjoy it. And that Williams is coming back, I think, this week. I think Will Campbell comes back week 18 over the playoffs. Now they're locked in the playoffs. So they got reinforcements coming. In the run game, Henderson got hurt tonight. I think Pop Douglas got hurt tonight. The run game is not great. Like they don't get a lot of push, but they can get there. Like they have a couple nice moments. Like even tonight, they had the capper, Stevenson's touchdown, which was great. I actually thought the Ravens gave up, and then I rewatched it. And it was like, no, it was just a badass run. Yeah, I mean, that's just what happened. Because it was so easy. It was just like score, and it looked like they kind of made. And I was like, I don't know why they would give up there. That wouldn't make sense. Yeah, it was like, no, it was just they knifed them. So I don't know. I know what I can count on with the Patriots, and I think each team, they have that aspect, especially in the AFC. And I think that's just what's so interesting, is just really it's weighing what the negatives are for each team. I'm just going to be trying to figure it out next couple of weeks. Any closing thoughts before we get to the main menu of our Sunday?
Man, playoffs without Lamar or Pat is weird. But it's fun. It's good for the league, I think, especially if those guys come back healthy and ready to play next year.
Right. Maybe sometimes just having that deep breath and just kind of like sometimes you need the reset, and it gives you excuses to do things. And
Pat got out without any more structural damage to his knee outside the ACL. So it's not like to say like, hey, it towards the ACL. It's no big deal, but kind of like not as big a deal as it used to be.
In the grand scheme of things.
In the grand scheme of things, yeah, the other ligaments are still attached. You might be out there for week 1.
We're not hearing PCL. We're not hearing meniscus. We're not hearing cartilage. Yeah, I know that's when you get the shredded stuff. I know. Gardner Minshew tore his ACL too.
Yeah, just bad luck. Yeah, crazy bad luck.
I said Andy Reid's got to call Coy Detmer, Got hit him
Why
up.
not?
Do you remember
Shoot.
that? Do you remember that when Coy Demmer had to start? Yeah. It was like iconic.
God.
I know.
Coy and Ty.
Coy
What are they
Detmer.
up to these days?
Coy and Ty Detmer, man. There's like a certain age group, basically our age group and older, that it's just like, I don't know, those names like resonate.
They do.
The Detmer.
Dude,
It's like,
I
they're
know,
just
it's
around
like-
for forever, man.
I hear Ty Detmer and I'm thinking like Madden 04, like playing with him on the Rams and stuff like that, wherever he was on out there. Man.
Oh, yeah, because they're back up
Old.
500 places. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Legends. But anyways, it was a fun show. We had 3 highs, 3 lows. We get into Broncos and the Jags. The Jags had a huge win. That was a lot of fun to talk about too. Man, tip of the cap to Trevor Lawrence, Liam Cohen, but that was a very fun performance. We get into Bucks, Panthers. We got Packers, Bears. We got a little Saturday night action. Talk about all that. It was a very fun show today. A long show. XXL. We're getting big for the holiday season on Football 301, but ton of fun. 3 Eyes, 3 Lows. Chuck and I went live on YouTube to react to everything great with week 16 and not so great, but it was all good anyways. Coming up to you right after the break.